So now it's pretending that my internet connection is unstable when it's a direct result of a mail. Fires were just preventing the initiation of a live stream. Here's a 30-second video.
PST, January 18th, 2025, and Unit 207 was preventing the live from initiating until I began this recording. There's no timer in the left-hand corner, though, which means that it's not actually recording. There we go. Now it's pretending that my internet connection is unstable when it's a direct result of a male felon upstairs. And then you just saw the timer went back. We got about a 9-second delay.
Okay. So it is now 10:01 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Saturday, January 18th, 2025. This is a consensual recording of Mystic Gwen pursuant to the instructions of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I'm not an employee of the FBI, but I've been authorized to state I'm an informant since the last week of June, and they've had me state that directly and explicitly and in writing so that some of you could be charged regarding your ongoing witness tampering. Now, an update as of 8:07 p.m. Pacific Standard Time yesterday, January 17th, 2025, Unit 207 has been threatening to break and enter and illegally detain me and or kidnap me on or around Monday, January 20th, 2025, i.e. the North Everett Precinct, DCYF, Snohomish County prosecutors, and associates who are all responsible for illegally detaining me for 164 days as of today, and who owe me $100,000 for each of those days since day 8 or 9 due to the invoice I provided them and the services they've rendered without abatement. Now, again, update as of 8:07 p.m. Pacific Standard Time yesterday, Friday, January 17th, 2025, Unit 207, the condo directly above my home of 13 years, threatening breaking and entering an illegal detainment and or kidnapping on or around Monday, January 20th, 2025, i.e. the North Everett Precinct of fraudsters that 2 weeks ago the FBI stated they've renamed to the North Everett Precinct of Stalkers. This is Lynette Renee Hansen, also known as Mystic Gwen. My legal name is Mystic Gwen, and no one watching this has permission to call me anything other than that, as has been the case for well over 8 years. This broadcast is airing on January 18th, 2025 at 10:03 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It serves as a public record of an ongoing federal investigation into a criminal conspiracy orchestrated by individuals associated with the North Everett Precinct, not to be confused with the South Everett Precinct, which I used to volunteer at. The North Everett Precinct of the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office, the Snohomish County Prosecutor's Office, and other parties, including those connected to Unit 207 located directly above my residence. This is not merely a civil dispute, it is a matter of grave federal interest involving allegations of public corruption, civil rights violations, and a concerted effort to obstruct justice. The evidence meticulously documented by me points to a sustained campaign of harassment, intimidation, and illegal activities targeting a federally recognized informant. For those unfamiliar with the details of this case, I direct you to the video on this channel titled Mystic Gwen versus the North Everett Precinct of Fraudsters, the Stalker, the Extortionist, et al. This video, along with a series of cease and desist letters and legal declarations available on my Facebook page at facebook.com/mysticgwenlovesonlyyou, provides a comprehensive overview of the events leading to this federal investigation. These documents including a tort claim filed in Snohomish County Superior Court case, are hereby incorporated by reference as if fully set forth herein. Let the record be clear, any abrupt termination of this live stream without a clear oral statement from me indicating the end time and confirming a subsequent live stream within 90 seconds will be considered an intentional act of obstruction and evidence tampering. As recently as you saw when I was attempting to initiate this live stream. The individuals associated with Unit 207, already under federal scrutiny, have repeatedly and unlawfully terminated the live stream, including 2 days ago at approximately 1 p.m. These actions are not merely technical glitches. They are deliberate attempts to suppress evidence and interfere with an ongoing federal investigation. The Federal Bureau of Investigation has, since October 2024, anticipated a final attempt by these individuals to illegally enter my residence. This is not speculation. It is based on credible intelligence and the observed pattern of conduct of those involved. As of last night, Unit 207 was discussing openly their plans to break and enter and kidnap and/or illegally detain me, something they've premeditated for 13 months that I've reported and published online about for just as long. The FBI is now aware that these individuals associated with Unit 207 are planning such an illegal entry coupled with an attempt to unlawfully detain me on or around Monday, January 20th, 2025. They are also reportedly planning to remit payment to me, a fact that, in light of their other actions, raises serious concerns about their intent. The FBI has provided me with specific instructions for this eventuality. 1. Remain seated. I am to remain seated and not to engage with the individuals. 2. Verbal response. If any of these individuals or their associates attempt to illegally enter and/or detain me and/or enforce a fraudulent court order, I am to demand payment of $1 million as previously outlined before the fugitive task force is dispatched. I am then to only play the provided recording titled January 2nd, Greetings to the 36 plus ... It's a long title. I am to have no further conversation with them whatsoever. 3, record everything. I am to ensure that my live stream and other recording devices are actively documenting the events, focusing on the door and windows. These instructions are designed to protect my safety, preserve the integrity of the evidence, and ensure the orderly administration of justice. Any deviations from these instructions could jeopardize the investigation and place me at further risk. The purported court orders being used against me are based on the FBI's investigations and my sworn declarations, demonstrably fraudulent. There are no lawful court orders bearing the names Lynette Renee Hansen or Mystic Gwen from 2024 to the present date. Furthermore, I have not been personally served with any legal documents in nearly 2 years as of next month, nor have I filed a notice of pro se appearance in any court case during this period. This is a critical point. Without proper service of process, there is no jurisdiction, and any purported order is null and void. Any attempt to enforce these fraudulent orders is a criminal act. exposing those involved to prosecution under federal statutes, including, but not limited to, U.S. Code 18, Section 242, deprivation of rights under color of law, U.S. Code 18, Section 1512, tampering with a witness, victim, or an informant, U.S. Code 18, Section 1001, false statements, U.S. Code 42, Section 1983, civil action for deprivation of rights, U.S. Code 42, Section 1985, conspiracy to interfere with civil rights. My declaration outlines a claim for damages exceeding $14 million, a figure that continues to accrue due to the ongoing illegal actions of the North Everett Precinct, Snohomish County prosecutors, DCYF, and individuals associated with Unit 207. This claim is based on a tort claim filed on August 14, 2024, and the subsequent continuous illegal detainment and harassment. This is not a frivolous demand. It is a legally sound calculation of damages arising from the defendant's egregious and unlawful conduct. The actions of the individuals under investigation are not isolated incidents. They are part of a broader pattern of criminal activity, including stalking and harassment. I have been subjected to relentless stalking, both physical and cyber, for 15 months, a year and 3 months. Kidnapping. My sons have been unlawfully taken, a grave violation of their rights and my custodial rights. Evidence tampering. The repeated interference with my live streams, internet, mail, and phone service constitutes evidence tampering and obstruction of justice. Witness intimidation. The threats and harassment directed at me are clear attempts to intimidate a federal informant and deter my cooperation with the FBI. Abuse of official capacity. The involvement of law enforcement officers and public officials in this conspiracy represents a gross abuse of power and a betrayal of public trust. The weaponization of the IRS against me, confirmed by the FBI to have occurred at the behest of the North Everett Precinct on 3 separate occasions since 2022, is a particularly egregious example of this abuse of power. It demonstrates a willingness to use the machinery of government to target and harass a perceived enemy. The FBI's investigation into this matter is active and ongoing. The individuals involved are facing serious federal charges with potential prison sentences exceeding 80 years. The evidence is substantial, and the net is closing. The planned illegal entry and detention attempt around January 20th, 2025 is a critical juncture in this case. It is an act of desperation by individuals who know that their time is running out. The FBI is aware of these plans and is taking appropriate measures. This case is a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance and safeguarding our civil rights and holding those in power accountable. The actions of the individuals involved in this conspiracy are an affront to justice and a betrayal of the public trust. The United States Attorney's Office, in conjunction with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, are committed to pursuing this case to the fullest extent. They are not going to tolerate the abuse of power, the violation of civil rights, or the ongoing dozens and dozens and dozens of counts of obstruction of justice. To those involved in this, your time is up. Your plans to come and break and enter around Monday should instead be you planning to drive to Seattle and surrender yourself to the local FBI field office. That's what your plan should be. This investigation is ongoing and further updates will be provided as appropriate. In the meantime, any unlawful interference with this live stream or any further illegal actions against me will be met with swift and decisive action per the FBI. Now, I am under instructions to play the recording from January 2nd. It's titled January 2nd, 11:57 p.m. Greetings to the 36 plus non-immune people currently illegally on my private property. And I'm to play it each time someone is loudly and illegally on my property or otherwise violates my cease and desist letters. So let's do that right now. Here we go. There is about a 10-second delay. It is 11:58 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Thursday, January 2nd, 2025. This is a live stream per the FBI's instructions of my new door greeting that I'm to save and to play for those people who are going to prison that have plans involving, once again, actively stalking me outside of my building. I don't know if this is tomorrow or multiple times over from tomorrow to Wednesday, just that the FBI has informed me to do so. So, in the event that you're hearing this, you're in front of my private property. Stop where you are. You are being recorded. By agreeing to come here, you are agreeing to be charged with obstruction of justice. You are agreeing to be charged with witness tampering. You are agreeing to be charged with stalking. You are agreeing to be charged with conspiring with others to deprive me of my civil rights, U.S. Code 42, Section 1985, and any other listed on the signs posted on my property. Let me be clear, you have no immunity for your actions. Any claims of immunity are fraudulent, just like every court order with my names, Lynette Renee Hansen or Mystic Gwen, from 2024 to January 2nd, 2025. The FBI has confirmed that there are no lawful court orders with either of my